People are like, this rap beef isn't fun anymore. It's getting too serious. Yeah, because it should be in litigation. There should be lawyers present when we're talking about things like sex offenders. I would hope that whoever the mole is that is telling Kendrick all of these things about Drake, if these are real, why are you not stepping forward and like making something actually happen to actually protect children and women? Right? Not just to benefit the ears of the men listening, like, oh yeah, that was so lit that he said that, he destroyed Drake. Okay, now that Drake has been destroyed, are we going to take steps to actually protect women and children? If these things that are alleged are true, should we not be trying to persecute rather than just be like, oh, that's tea, bro? If children are really being hurt, let's maybe do something. Let's sound an alarm. We can listen to YouTube all day. Are the kids okay? Are the kids safe? Do you know what I'm saying? And we're saying, oh, these kids are being brought around sex offenders. And I know everybody in this conversation has had sex offenders on payroll. So let's just start with that, okay? Drake having a daughter is not illegal. That's like the least of the allegations. Having a kid and being a deadbeat dad, that's not illegal. I have a deadbeat dad. A lot of us have deadbeat dads. The parts that are illegal, I think that we, and it's not just about the legality, it's about the hurting of women and children. Could we maybe put some heat on that? Could we maybe act like we give a fuck for real? Like, who are the people on Drake's team who, because, okay, if you're thinking about it like this, right? If you're thinking about there's a mole on Drake's payroll who's giving, or a few moles who's giving Kendrick this information, that person doesn't give a fuck about whoever's being hurt. Because come forward, tell police, put kids in a safe place, lock away the perpetrators. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, priorities. And watch how nobody's gonna care that Drake said that Kendrick hits his wife. Male listeners are like, yeah, I'm sure he hit his wife. And what else did he say about Drake? This is what I'm saying. And again, when J. Cole made the line like, this is why black men come home and hit their women, because life is so hard. And then people are like, oh my God, these men, they speak for blackness. This is blackness. And this is, what are we trying to say? What exactly are we trying to say? You will notice the way that men speak about this rap beef is not using women's pain in a human way. We're keeping score in a way that makes women's pain a chess piece in this game. Men will only reference things that they think can win, and it's so interesting. You learn so much about culture being a woman who is interested in hip hop. You see the way men speak about shit like this, and the way men speak about men hurting women only for leverage. And we forget everything else. We don't talk about Dr. Dre hit his wife. We don't talk about Tupac. We don't talk about Biggie. We don't talk about Kodak. We don't talk about X. We don't talk about Chris Brown. We don't talk about these things because people don't care unless they have something to gain from caring. And that is disingenuous to me. And all of a sudden, but Drake, did you know that Drake did this? Are people talking about Kendrick, if Kendrick hit his wife? I bet you so much. None of the men on here are going to give a fuck about that. They are not going to mention that. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever. They don't care, bro. And do you think I want to be up at 7 a.m. thinking about why women don't matter unless there's a rap battle involved? Like, do you think I want to think about if Kendrick really hits his wife and how she really responds as a tall mixed bitch? As a tall mixed bitch myself, if a short little man hit me, I'm hitting that. For sure. I'm going Selena Sardothian on that motherfucker, bro. Like, and here's the thing. When y'all decide that women are real rappers and women can have serious rapping, we're not talking about Nicki Minaj and her fucking grave shit. We're not talking about digging up graves. We are adults. We're not talking about fucking digging up graves, okay? When Meg Thee Stallion comes in here and beefs a man, that's when I'll be fully checked in. That is when I'll be fully checked into, now you guys really actually give a fuck about what you're saying. Because when rappers are like, oh, you, okay, first of all, this is a very new concept, right? Again, Tupac and Biggie both did bad things to women. People are saying allegedly, not allegedly. People think Tupac got set up. Okay. I don't know. All I know is that most of the time when men are accused of something, they did do it. Most of the time. If there's some big FBI thing that makes Tupac not relevant in this discussion, and he's one of those men who is just an angel good man, okay, then, God protect him. God save him. But generally, we're talking about Biggie, we're talking about whoever. Most of these men have committed something bad towards women. And I want to hear a woman speak on it. From a not just disingenuous place. From not just I'm going to mention this so that people look at you weird and I can get a one-up on you, but from an actual humanity standpoint. I want to hear a serious toe-to-toe where all these male critics on here really validate and go bar for bar analysis of Megan or whoever. I don't know when this rap beef is happening, this imaginary rap beef that I've created in my head. Could happen in 40 fucking years. I don't know who the main players are going to be. But when we really start talking about women's pain and suffering from a woman's perspective, from somebody who really cares and isn't disingenuous and hasn't hit their wife or hasn't abused anyone or doesn't put abusers on his albums or isn't friends with abusers, even when he accuses other people of being abusers, that's when I will really listen with complete open ears and really, really, really pay attention. Until that happens, y'all bitches are faking. You're faking giving a fuck. So much sex offender talk from Kendrick, who had Kodak Black on his album. Like, I can't help but hear how women's pain and suffering is only topical for the rap beef. Like, we don't care unless it's rap beef. We have Kodak all over Mr. Morale. All over. We don't care. We don't care, but we're... Do you know what I'm saying? And to be fair, I think Kendrick killed him. I still think Kendrick murdered him. But my caveats are, all of a sudden we give a fuck about sexual assault. All of a sudden. And we're talking a lot about Drake hating black women for somebody who married a mixed bitch. Like, and I think Drake's response kind of slapped in the sense of, you really think you're the Black Messiah? Where's your black queen? If you really do speak and the slaves are freed, there's a few inconsistencies. Because the thing is, it's not hard to morally kind of assert yourself as higher than as Kendrick, but then you like your wife is Aubrey. Your wife is Aubrey. Your wife is a mixed bitch. So it doesn't pack the punch. As a mixed bitch who has dated many a different black men who have many a different ideas about this. But you do see, like, we have these black power men who are like, my bitch needs to be lighter than a paper bag, but I'm still going to talk like I am Black Messiah. If you are Black Messiah, you should be the pinnacle through and through. There should, you know what I mean? But all in all, though, obviously, Kendrick killed him. I just think, like, all of a sudden we give a fuck about assault. Like, all of a sudden. Do you know what I'm saying? The way this rap beef became about fatherhood when the first shots were fired on a record with Future is hilarious to me. And when I was listening to Meet the Grams and Kendrick's literally dismembering Drake limb from limb, I could not help but think what it would be if Future was in the hot seat and Kendrick was going after Future and talking about his lack of fatherhood and his deadbeat dadness and how Russell Wilson is raising his kid. And I don't even know how many kids Future has. I don't think he knows or cares. Think about how much worse that would be. And now I have a sick desire to see so many different rappers dismembered and completely dissected in their family dynamics in this way, but they shouldn't, because I think it's a psychological thriller, that song. And literally the beat is scary. It's scary. Like you're in a haunted house and you're waiting for what's around the corner. It gives like such an eerie, ominous vibe, but to like really dig up the dirt and family dynamics of like someone like Future, I would find incredibly entertaining. I like, obviously Kendrick wouldn't do that. Let's do a Kodak Black. Could we hit a Mr. Morale with a Kodak Black and psychoanalyze him? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many other people I want to see dismembered, like in their psychology of why the fuck are you like this, bro? Do a Chris Brown. Do an R. Kelly. Apparently Kendrick's, I don't know if it was Kendrick or Kendrick's a state or spokesperson saying they were going to take all the music down, all of Kendrick's music down, if they took down R. Kelly. Let's psychoanalyze that. Let's psychoanalyze R. Kelly in a scary beat. Like, think about just a long ass beat just fucking dredging through the psychodynamics of all of these men in music who have different issues. It would be a psychological thriller to listen to. It wouldn't be a song. It would be an annihilation. Did I misunderstand Kendrick referring to Adonis as a black man? Like when he's saying, no matter what, even if it serves you or not, you're a black man. Like in the part where he's like, don't let a guy pee on your leg or kill him. Masculinity, what a thing. Did I misunderstand that, or is he saying that Adonis is a black kid? Not even a mixed kid. And now we're calling Drake a white woman. The math in my head, I'm a little bit confused, personally. But did I just misunderstand it? Because maybe I did. I think talking to Adonis, I expected. Addressing the mother by name, that touched something. That was a lot. That felt like I didn't need to hear that. That felt very personal and quite invasive, which, you know, it must hit. Like, I'm sure that hit. And I'm sure Mama is not happy about that. I can't help but wonder what would happen if Kendrick was going for Future, like all the different kids, all the different mothers. That would be funny. Obviously, he doesn't have a reason to, but I couldn't help but think about what that would be like to really dismember Future like that. And it's funny to think that just a little bit ago, that was where this started to gain heat and momentum, is on a song with Future. And now we're really talking about fatherhood. Isn't that kind of funny?